Blues look to win the homestand and the final homestand of this summer at Sinsheimer Stadium before heading down south to play the Conejo Oaks at their crib. A very important series against them. But for now, it's the Philippines baseball team from the CCL South. Hello, everyone, and welcome inside the broadcast booth. Nate Mills alongside Ryan Giacomini, and this is the Ancient Owl pregame show. As you may notice by our garb, maybe more by Ryan's than mine, it's Christmas in July night at Sinsheimer Stadium, and Ryan's got the festive colors here. He's looking like a tree with the red collar as well. Mine's a little more boring. I just have a gray top. I mean, these are my Christmas PJs, technically. Yeah. I have the plaid pants on as well. So we're trying to be as festive as possible at Sinsheimer Stadium, playing some Christmas music throughout the field as well, which is a little disorienting this time of the season, but we're still festive anyway. So let's get you set for the Blues and the Academy Barons. First off, San Luis Obispo taking a 4-1 loss last night against the Barons, and then now today they have the Philippines. Ryan, this one was just a gut punch for the Blues. I think the Academy just took it to them right from the start, and they didn't let up ever.
Yeah, it was a real heartbreaker. The Blues definitely did not help themselves with their 3 errors, and really they were just never able to bounce back after that first inning. They were able to get a run on an RBI ground out in the 4th, but the offense just was not there, and usually the offense can play well off some good pitching. Yesterday that was not the case. The bats just never got going. Yeah,
and we talk about the momentum from good pitching. The bats never got going, partially in part due to Charlie Royal's weak outing for the Blues. 4 innings of work, 4 hits, 3 runs, 2 of them earned, 2 walks, and 2 strikeouts. That's not production the Blues are used to seeing. Anything off from perfect is something the Blues aren't expecting from the pitching staff because they've been great this summer.
Yeah, they really have been, and like you mentioned, that's just a mediocre start. And the Blues kind of expect perfection from that staff when you look at other guys like Ryan Featherston and Bryce Johnson who go out there and are constantly, shoving 4, 5, 6 one or no-run innings. So it's kind of what the Blues expect, but the bats have to be there regardless of what their pitchers are doing. Whether they're throwing a perfect game, whether they're giving up 10 runs an inning, the bats have to show up.
The bats have to show up, especially on a day like today against the Philippines, who have only won 4 games in their 20 attempts this summer in CCL conference play. A good opportunity for the Blues to tie in first place against the Sonoma Stompers, who are not playing a league game today. It's so crazy to think the Blues have a chance to take first place when at the middle of the season they lost their 3 best hitters, and now they have a chance to win the conference.
Yeah, and they technically would be tied for that top spot with a win today. However, the Stompers do have the tiebreaker. So the Blues, if they want that first place spot, have to be better than the Stompers. But they can knock a game off that magic number today for both the playoffs and the 1 seed with a win.
Magic number 4 for the Blues. And the 1 seed number, that would be 5. So 4 and 5 are our magic numbers for those playoff spots. But it's ironic to think that the Blues were at one point in the season dead to rights, and they had all their best players on the squad. They all those players left to go work out and get ready for the fall, and the Blues have actually improved and are on a pretty solid run right now in the final stretch of the season.
Yeah, improbable, but not impossible, and the Blues have really honed that this year, where losing a bunch of guys, it's next guy up, next guy up, next guy up. Dean Traynor purposefully makes a really deep team because he knows at times throughout the year players are going to have to leave to go to their respective squads. So the next guy has to be ready, and that's been the case thus far.
And there's a certain buy-in with this team too, I think, right? I mean, in batting practice, you ask everyone what they're trying to work on. Everyone says the same thing. Up the middle approach, trying to go opposite field too. And you can tell there is a conscious effort in the games as well to try to hit the baseball up the middle. And I think with that, all the bats in unison working together to make one good product, that is what has led the Blues to so much success coming down the final stretch of the season. Well, they're going to need some more of that tonight against the Philippines baseball group. We'll send it back down to the field for Christmas in July. The Blues trying to sneak a win against the Philippines. Nate Mills and Ryan Giacomini. This was the Ancient Owl pregame show on the Slow Boost Streaming Network. With you always. Love you more. We'll see you on the field.
Now we would like you to stand if you're able. Remove your hats as the Marine Band plays our national anthem. defensive lineup for the Blues. In the outfield, it's Andrew Raymond in left, E.J. Royal in center, and the right fielder for this contest, Eric Furness. Covering the infield, Sam Arbuanza is third, Diego Murillo in second, Sebastian Lopez is first, Brady Alts is in short. Behind the dish is Charlie Caruso, and on the mound, Logan Groff.
Bluebell dressed up as Santa Claus. I got my holiday garb on as well as the Blues host the Philippines baseball group for the last game of what was a 3-game homestand before they head down south to take on the Oaks tomorrow. They have the Philippines baseball group in their way, coming off a rough loss last night to the Academy Barons, a 4-1 loss. It'll be the Blues trying to battle back as they try to clinch a playoff spot in the CCL North. Let's take a look at the lineup for the Philippines baseball group. Leading off, it's Malachi Lopez, the third baseman, followed by Ben Lee. Then it's JJ Fogfumsintu, the shortstop. Cleaning it up, it's Dylan Taguiam. Hudson Story, the designated hitter, bats fifth, followed by Tyler Haruda, Brady Ferramisco, Stefan Leo, and Wyatt Lamarsna. Round out the order for the Philippine baseball group. Defensively for the Blues, a different look today for Dean Traynor. In the outfield from left to right, it's Raymond, Royal, and Furness. On the infield, third to first, Sam Ardois, Brady Alves, Diego Murillo, and Sebastian Lopez, with Caruso putting down the signs, and Suzuki as today's designated hitter, with the starting pitcher as Logan Groff, making his third start for the SLO Blues this summer.
Yeah, Groff really needed a big outing here for the Blues, just trying to mow down through these hitters. He got a challenge in Game 1 against the Foresters on July 10th. He pitched in 4 innings there and allowed 3 hits, only 1 earned run. But the last time he was out there against the Alameda Merchants, who was at the time the #1 team in the CCL North, pitched in 6 innings, allowed 1 run, it wasn't earned, 3 hits, 1 walk, and 3 strikeouts, trying to continue on that good trend after a decent season at Hawaii Hilo this past year.
Groff and Lopez are ready, and the first pitch misses high at 6:03 p.m. Game time temperature, 65 degrees and sunny.
Awfully windy, too.
Large gusts of wind from right to left as Lopez rips that one back up the middle for a base hit. There goes the no-hitter for Logan Groff as a leadoff knock from Malachi Lopez has the baseball group in business after a 7-5 win last night against the Arroyo Seco Saints. Yeah,
Malachi and his squad are coming in hot, feeling good after that win against the struggling Arroyo Seco Saints, who have that final spot in the CCL South of the postseason. Lopez last night, though, 2 for 5, scored 3 runs with a double, so continuing that success against Groff.
Now it's Ben Lee, today's first baseman, batting from the right side as he looks at ball 1. Lee, 3 for 5 in yesterday's game, a pair of doubles, a run, and a strikeout. And that was in that 7-5 win. This one is on the ground. The flip to second, the throw to first is low and in the dirt. It gets past Lopez, but Caruso will back it up, and there will be no advance from the runner, a fielder's choice. No error will be awarded, only because there was no advance from the base runner. Just a fielder's choice in the scorebook, as that brings up JJ Fogfumsintu, today's shortstop, who hit his first home run of college baseball in yesterday's game, and the first home run for this team all summer long, as he nubs this one foul.
Congrats to JJ. That one had to felt good, right? Going around the bases, not only doing it for yourself, but doing it for your squad, too.
Yeah, solo home run. Posted it on his Instagram story earlier this morning with the caption, "Finally, period." Swings and misses at this slider. It's 0-2. Fogfumsintu, a CCL All-Star, along with today's starting pitcher for the Philippines, Andres Lopez. Ranches Perez, excuse me. Here's the 0-2. Swung on and laced the other way for a base hit. Diego Maria will pick it up shallow on the outfield grass. It's a one-out hit for JJ.
Yeah, very shallow. This one capped off the end of the bat, a leaker into right field. Murillo had to race there to get it. Just kind of spun into that shallow part of the outfield grass and keeps getting alive here for Logan Groff. He's got to throw some more pitches against this Philippines team. I'm sure he was not expecting this workload in the top half of the first.
Now it's the catcher, Dylan Taguiam, as he fouls that one off. Taguiam has had quite the roller coaster in his collegiate experience. He committed to Lipscomb out of high school, spent a year with the Rustlers, and then Golden West after that. Spent a year with the Bobcats, then went to Saddleback as that one misses outside. The ball on a strike. Spent a year with the Mustangs, now committed to the Masters College for his senior year of baseball. He's been pretty good for the Philippines this summer. 366 average with a 850 OPS, as that one is a called strike.
Just to add another score to the equation, St. John Bosco, another popular high school sport program.
5 schools in 5 years for Taguiam. 2 for 3 in yesterday's game as this slider is high. Squirts out of the glove of Caruso. He's going to throw it to third, and it's going to be late. Pass ball advances both runners up 90 feet.
I got to lock in here. Those are mistakes that can happen. Ball first, especially as a catcher.
That's a mistake we usually don't see from Caruso. He's usually pretty locked in, ready to go behind the dish, and the infield's going to come in with first run of the game, 90 feet away, with just one out. And it's a 2-2 count to Taguiam. Here's the pitch. Misses upstairs. 3 balls and 2 strikes. 26 hits in his 71 at-bats. 5 extra base hits, 4 doubles, and a triple with 17 driven in. Rightfully in that cleanup spot for the Philippines baseball group as the full count is swung on and hit the other way for a base hit. 1 run is going to score. Stop sign at third for Fogfum Sintu, and Philippines are on the board.
You can officially say that Groff is getting hit around this inning. 3 base hits in the frame, drives in the first run of the inning for the Philippines.
Not the way you wanted this game to start if you're the Blues after losing last night to an 11-20 Barons. You wanted to have a bounce-back game against the 4-16 Philippines baseball group. Still very early, but they give up the first run. First pitch to Hudson Story is fouled off. Hudson Story acting as today's designated hitter, but when he plays in the field, he's a left fielder and first baseman from LA Mission College. Committed to LMU out of high school, as that one pops in and out of the glove of Caruso. It's called ball as the runner advances on a stolen base. Taguiam puts another runner in scoring position and takes the double play away.
Yeah, Caruso didn't pop up at all on that blocked pitch. Just kind of backhanded it, didn't body it in front as if there wasn't even a runner at first. Let's go, boys.
Blues thinking it's a day off against this Philippines baseball group as that one is swung through and missed for strike 2. Story recorded a strikeout yesterday as well as a walk and 2 base hits against the Academy. Excuse me, that wasn't yesterday. That was the last game he started on the 19th of July. As he swings and misses for strike 3. Groff gets a strikeout for the second out of this inning. Blues are 1 away.
That's got to feel good to get off your chest there in an inning where you had 4 balls put in play, 2 of them for singles, scoring it a run. Nice to get a punchy here against Hudson Story.
It'll bring up Tyler Haruda with 2 in scoring position and 2 out. As that one gets past Caruso, a wild pitch will score another run for the Philippines baseball group.
It's just bad baseball. A bad pitch from Groff. Caruso tried to extend to get his glove on it, just couldn't quite get there. Seeing a run get manufactured via a pass ball or a wild pitch is never fun to watch.
1-0, misses inside. 2 balls and no strikes. Haruda, who is batting, last played college baseball 2 years ago with the Brahmas at L.A. Pierce College. Now attends Simpson University as a NARP. As that one misses inside, 3-0.
Non-athletic regular person.
L.A. Pierce College is the home of manager Will Pickett's for the Philippines baseball group. Also the general manager. As that one misses inside, and it's a 4-pitch walk. Also the general manager for the Philippines baseball group. And it's his birthday, HBD.
Oh, HBD.
A meeting on the mound between the battery and the 4 infielders. No coach will attend. The guys are going to talk to Groff. When you look around this infield, you got Groff, Artois, and Lopez, who are all returners from last year, guys that know each other and have spent good time with each other. There's one other returner, that's Royal, playing out in center. Now with runners on the quarter, it's Brady Ferramisco, who is also a NARP, attending UCLA. From Sanger, California. His first pitch to him misses upstairs. A lefty second baseman went 2 for 4 in yesterday's game with a walk and a strikeout in their win over. That was against the Academy Barons in a 15-7 loss back on the 19th. As that one misses upstairs. A ball and a strike to today's second baseman. And the 7th batter of this inning. Blues trail it 2-0. From the stretch, Groff takes a deep look and comes home. Big swing and a miss for strike 2. Stefan Leo waits on deck. He wants an opportunity to hit. With his team already up 2, he scored on a wild pitch and an RBI single in this inning. That one is hit to the right side. Maria will glove it in the outfield, throw it to first. Neither the pitcher or the first baseman were there. As Caruso gloves it, he throws it to second, and it's not in time. An error scores another run, and the Blues are not out of it. 2 in scoring position with 2 outs.
I think the issue is it's not that neither of them were there. Both were there at the same time. I think they were shoulder to shoulder at first base, and there was a miscommunication on who was going to try to get that throw from Muriel. They got to talk.
Have to communicate, and that should be Lopez's ball any day of the week.
Yeah.
But Groff should be the one communicating because Lopez might be not looking at Groff at the bag, or he might not be looking at the bag where they're both running. Groff can definitely see both Lopez and the ball. As it gives Stefan Leo a chance. First pitch slider misses outside. And if you're Groff, he's definitely had his fair share of hard hit balls and mistakes in this inning. But you look around, a fielder's choice has scored. 2 runners moved up on a passed ball. And E4 allowed a run to score and put 2 in scoring position. So you're not pitching a horrible inning. You're just getting a little unlucky. If that fielder's choice is turned into an out, you are only down 2, and then that strikeout would have ended the inning. That one misses inside. It's 3 balls and no strikes. Lamar Snow waits on deck.
Still doesn't excuse the lack of communication and the wild pitch to score a run. But yes.
That one misses, ball 4. A 4-pitch walk. Dean Traynor is coming out to the mound. Nobody is getting warmed up in the Blues bullpen. However, in the box or walking up to the plate right now, we have a left-handed hitter wearing number 7, which we believe is Gavin Vanderpool, but the roster or the lineup we were given said that Wyatt Lamarsna was going to be starting in center field.
Yes. Lamarsna wearing number 0 and famously right-handed.
Yeah. That's the biggest thing. This is a left-handed hitter. So I would have to think this is Vanderpool.
And we got another 7 on deck, too, Malachi Lopez, who is wearing 7 today also.
But is listed on the roster as 72.
Yes, but on the lineup we got, it's at 7. At first there was 1 7s, and now there's 2 7s. Are there 6 7s on the team?
So it's Gavin Vanderpool. A late scratch for Wyatt Lamarsna. We'll take it as Vanderpool swings and misses for strike 1. He has the bases loaded with 2 outs, and his team is already up 3-0. From Westmont College, a Warrior, teammates with Hunter Hammond. Last played in yesterday's game where he went 3 for 5 with 2 doubles and 4 RBIs as he swings and misses through that one. Yeah, hard to think you go 3 for 4 with 2. Hard to think you go 3 for 5 with 2 doubles and 4 RBIs and you just get taken out of the lineup.
I mean, Lamarsna went 2 for 4 with a walk and a run scored. Vanderpool had a better day, but still.
Here's the 0-2. Swung on a missed. The inning is finally over. The Blues give up 3 runs, and they trail it. The first opportunity to get some runs in the bottom half of the first inning on the SLO Blues streaming network. Bottom of the first inning, Blues already trailing 3-0 as their lineup today will be Royal, followed by Mario Ardois. Then the designated hitter, Kosei Suzuki, will clean it up. Catcher Charlie Caruso, Raymond and Furness, the corner outfielders, follow, with Lopez, the first baseman, and Brady Alves to round it out against the starter today for the Philippines baseball group, Andres Perez, a CCL All-Star.
Perez has honestly struggled this summer for the Philippines.
First pitch to Royal is a called strike.
And nearly an 8 ERA at 7.96 and 26 innings pitched, only 18 Ks and 11 walks. He's making his 7th appearance of the summer and his 8th start for the Philippines.
That one misses away and the count evens up. The Blues gave up 3 runs in the top half of the first on 3 hits and error, and Philippines left 3 on base. Blues dig themselves in an early hole. They're going to have to bounce out as Royal checks the swing, and they say he went around for strike 2.
It looks like that changeup from Perez is working. We saw Royal take it for ball 1. He signaled to the dugout with a changeup hand motion, and he just checked his swing here on that offering.
2-1, swung on and hit off the hands, but over the head of the left fielder Haruta. He'll go back near the warning track and make the grab for the first down. A well-hit ball, but it goes as a fly out for E.J. Royal.
Now Haruta not with blazing speed out there in left field, but because there was so much hang time on that fly ball, I think it bought him time to corral it just in front of the warning track. That's one of the farther hit balls we've seen from Royal this summer, and he's showing us all in the field here. That was a changeup he got. So look out for the cambio from Andres Perez. He appears to be living there against these right-handed batters. Let's see what Murillo gets.
Murillo fouls the first pitch off. And we do know that Andres Lopez has a splitter as well with less than 1,000 RPMs, that's rotations per minute. Sits in the mid-70s as well as a fastball and a slider, which just plunked Murillo. A one-out hit by pitch puts a runner on for the Blues, who are trying to bounce back after giving up 3 in the top half this inning.
Luckily for Diego, square on the elbow pad. That thing is chunky on his left arm. He didn't feel a thing. And yeah, there's the hook right there from Andres Perez. Let's see if he experiments that with a little bit more with Sam Ardois. A little less margin for error as Sam is having a good summer.
Blues only have 2 lefties in today's lineup, the Caruso and Raymond, back-to-back, 5 and 6 hitters. There's Sam Ardois, the Demon, from Northeastern State, who originally, or just finished up a season at ULL, and prior to that played at Texas as he watches ball 1. Originally from Moss Bluff, Louisiana. Appeared in 4 games with Texas, and they were in the Big Ten. Went 0 for 2 at the plate with a pair of walks and 2 RBIs, as that one misses away, 2 balls and no strikes. His father, Danny, was a professional baseball player for 15 years, was drafted by the A's in the 5th round. His brother Silas was an all Big 12 catcher in Texas from 2020 to 2022. His sister Erin played at McNeese for softball before transferring to Louisiana for this upcoming year as he watches ball 3. That's a D1 family through and through.
Sure is. Silas is a stud too in AAA Norfolk for the Orioles right now.
One call away from being a big leaguer. There's a way to go. Not having the best of seasons in AAA as Ardois watches strike 1.
I will say, Sam has got some pretty good perks with his AAA brother. He has an endless supply of baseball bats in his bag.
True.
I mean, they're all wrapped and everything and have his name on them.
Ardois swings and misses for strike 2. Well, if you're Silas, he has a really rough road ahead of him, considering Adley Rutschman is the catcher for the Orioles right now.
He could get dealt.
Could get dealt. There's been talks. 3-2, Murillo goes. Pitch misses low. It's ball 4. The throw down doesn't matter as Murillo's going to stay at second base.
Yeah, you're right, Ryan. Doesn't matter. Murillo's in at second. Back-to-back 3 passes for the Blues. Now they just have to capitalize here.
Yeah, and honestly, a little bit of a silly play from Taguiam because Murillo was going to have second stolen, or he gets to second base regardless on the walk. But him throwing it down and sending it to center field meant that Murillo could have continued to go if he wanted to. But it was a good backup from not Lamarsna in center field. It is Vanderpool, who was the late add to the lineup. Kosei Suzuki, the cleanup hitter, swings and misses at a first pitch slider. Suzuki famously struggles a lot with the slider, but will crush a fastball. We'll see what the approach is here. To today's designated hitter, one in the field. He'll play corner outfield, second base occasionally. But today gets a break from putting the glove on as that one misses low and the aces are free. A ball, a strike, and an out.
Kosei just wants to hit, man.
Kosei did hit in his last game where he went 1 for 5 with a run scored. Also 3 strikeouts and grounded into a double play. Is the 2-0. Swung on and popped up. Might be playable for the catcher, Taguiam, and it was playable, but he is unable to glove it. Strike 2 Kosei Suzuki. On our roster, listed as a utility player. I mentioned can play both second base and corner outfield. A LaSalle commit. Most hits and home runs of any Japan-born player in JUCO this last year. He had 56 hits as he swings and misses for strike 3. The ball squirts away, and Murillo moves up to third. A strikeout for Suzuki, but a stolen base for Murillo.
And how about Murillo with the headsy base running? I knew Taguiem wouldn't be in the right position to throw it down to third, especially on the strike 3 to Kosei. A good jump from Murillo.
Brings up Charlie Caruso, a Wildcat from Northwestern, who very recently had a 2-home run game. Propelled the Blues to a 4-1 win over the Alameda Merchants. That was all the way back on the 17th of July as he watches ball 1. Blues still fighting for a playoff spot. And they have an opportunity with Caruso up to tie up this game after giving up 3 runs in the top half of the inning. Caruso tied for first on the team in home runs as he watches that one for strike 2. Tollerman and Ardois both have a pair of home runs as well. Tollerman not in today's lineup. Ardois stands 90 feet away from his catcher over at first base. Caruso watches this one up. 3 balls and a strike. Murillo on third, Ardois on first. A Wildcat in the box as he swings and misses for strike 2. Count runs full. And we'll have a payoff pitch to Caruso from Perez. Previously, as mentioned, a CCL All-Star. This year, 1 of 2. The other one is shortstop JJ Fogfumintu, excuse me. As Ardois is off, the pitch is swung on and belted into center field. The center fielder, Vanderpool, will range back and make the grab for the 3rd out of the inning. A well-hit ball and a couple of base runners stranded. Blues unable to get any of the runs back. They head into the 2nd, down 3. Groff back out there on the SLO Blues streaming network. It's the top of the order for the Philippines. All 9 batters hit in the top of the first inning. A look to add on in the top of the second against Groff as he misses for ball 1. Against Malachi Lopez, the third baseman, one of 2 players wearing number 7 today for the Philippines baseball group. As the 1-0 from Groff is swung on and chopped on the ground. Alves will glove it, make a throw on the run. A good stretch from Lopez as he keeps the right toe on the bag for the first out.
That's a middle infielder playing first base right there. Nice stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I tend to say it every single time the Blues have Lopez playing at first base, but they got 4 shortstops on the infield today. And Groff is quite an athlete himself on the mound, so we'll call it 4.5 shortstops.
Yeah, just chalk it up as a shortstop. Well, we know he's an athlete because of how he golfs.
Yeah.
This guy is a freak.
And I don't want to hear any slander about how golfing isn't a physically demanding, tough sport.
Do people still say that?
Dude, yes. I go, if you have never played golf before and you think that, as the 0-1 is swung on a miss, go to Goodwill, buy 4 clubs, go to the range and hit balls for 15 minutes, and all 4 of those clubs will be snapped in half.
Wait, you said physically demanding?
Yes.
It's not physically demanding.
Dude, it can be.
It's a hard sport.
If you play professionally.
It's not physically demanding.
The 0-2. This is upstairs.
I
think it is the hardest sport in the world.
That I can get behind that, but physically demanding.
Yeah. No. Because in all sports you have to be in the top 0.01% of players to be a professional.
That being said, I don't think it's less of a sport because it's not physically demanding.
That's true.
That's not what I'm saying at all.
1-2. A slider triggering was Ben Lee, but he doesn't offer, and the count evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
We're going to get to the SLO County golf ad a little bit later. The golf course at Morro Bay. Groff shot a 79 there.
Yeah,
that is really hard to do.
To put it in perspective, I would say I'm a slightly below average golfer as Ben Lee goes down swinging. And my best round, it was at Morro actually, and it's a 91.
Wow.
So he shot 13 strokes better than me at the same exact course.
For the non-golfers, 72 is par.
And if you shoot par, if you shoot par every single time you go to the golf course, you are an amateur golfer. So if you are the average essentially of what they expect you to shoot, that one's fouled back.
A scratch golfer.
Yeah. You are an amateur golfer trying to get on the PGA Tour or live golf now.
I would say 90% of the population can't shoot below 100.
Oh yeah. A slider for a called strike too.
Which is 100 strokes.
In 18 holes
in 18 holes of golf, which for par is 72.
The 0-2. Swung on and fouled back. Quick 2 outs for Groff to start this inning as Nate and I banter about our golf games. It's a good sign for Groff, who faced 9 batters in the first inning. See if he can get the bats back up there with limited damage as its slider misses in the dirt. Ball and 2 strikes to J.J. Fogfum-Sintu, who singled and scored in the first and hit his first collegiate home run ever last night. 1-2, swung on a missed. Strike 3, a 1-2-3 inning with 2 strikeouts for Logan Groff, and we head into the bottom half of the second inning, which is brought to you by SLO County Golf on the SLO Blues streaming network. Left fielder Andrew Raymond will lead it off in a half inning brought to you by SLO County Golf. They offer 3 incredible courses in San Luis Obispo proper, Morro Bay, and Atascadero. Unique combination of beautiful scenery and affordable prices. Book your next tee time at slocountygolf.com. Swinging and fouling that one back is Raymond, and the count is 1 ball and a strike to one of 2 lefties in the order today for the Blues. The other one, Caruso, ended the bottom half of the first with a fly out. As Raymond watches that one away, 2 balls and a strike.
Why don't I book my next tee time right now?
Are you?
Yep. So I'm going to have Dairy Creek be 1, Morrow 2, and Chalk Mountain 3. I'm going to tell ChatGPT to give me a number.
Okay. I don't remember the order, but that's okay.
Okay.
That one misses away. 3 balls and a strike.
I'll let you know. Morro Bay.
I mean, that's a good one.
Yep.
I mean, they're all good.
Yep.
Let's be real. That one is ripped on a line back up the middle. Drew Raymond laces a base hit. There goes the no-hitter for Andres Perez.
In a big fashion, too. 102 miles an hour right back up the middle for Drew.
That's a good sign for Drew Raymond, who mainly when he hits the ball hard, it's to his pull side right there. Frisbee approach that Rene Regalado preaches, and he sends it right back up the middle. Bring up Eric Furness, who has not played for the Blues in a couple of days. He last played against the Menlo Park Legends in that brutal 7-6 loss as he watches strike 1. But in that game, he went 2 for 4 with a double and scored a couple of runs as well. Drew takes off for second as Furness swings and misses. The throw down is late and goes into center field. A stolen base for Andrew Raymond. Puts a runner in scoring position for the Blues, but Furness is behind 0-2.
That Drew was flying down to second base. That's his 3rd stolen bag of the summer. A throw from Taguiem, 1-hop second base. Fog from Sintu couldn't glove it, rolled into center field, but nice job by Vanderpool to race in to get that baseball and keep it in front, and Raymond stays at second base.
Eric Furness graduated high school about a month and a half ago, and now is playing some summer baseball with the Blues, and he's been a pretty productive piece when he has gotten the opportunity to play. As the 0-2 misses inside, a ball and 2 strikes.
Wearing batting gloves today.
Wearing batting gloves today. It's the batting gloves he usually has in the back right pocket. Back right pocket, feeling a little empty right now. Standing in at 6'1", 192 pounds. The righty offers, half swing, and no appeal on the slider. 10 in St. Joe's, and just outside of the top 100 for outfielders in the state of California. He'll play down the road at Cuesta as he swings and hits this one softly off the hands in the air. Fog from Sintu will catch it for the second out. Excuse me, the first out of the inning as Sebastian Lopez steps up. Lopez, a Blue last year who had his woe of struggles this year, very similar after a really good season with the Red Hawks. But in his last game, maybe got his feet under him where he hit a double and recorded an RBI. An opportunity for an RBI here with Raymond on second and 1 out as he watches a fastball. It misses down for ball 1.
Lopez has more hits this summer than he did last year and about the same amount of plate appearances.
1 hit in 31 at-bats last summer, so already being way more productive than the 2024 summer as he swings and misses. A changeup gets him out in front, and the Aces are free. A ball, a strike, and an out with a runner on. Slugged just under 350 this last year with the Red Hawks. Drove in 8 runs in 75 at-bats. Recorded 9 extra base hits. Here's the 1-1. A slider, that's a called strike 2. A good pitch there that started at the hip and buckled into the zone. Lopez is behind. Perez in the stretch after giving up his first hit of the day. Raymond stands on second. He stole that as Lopez swings and misses for strike 3. Second strikeout of the day for Andres Perez. And that'll bring up Brady Alves with 2 down.
A big out there for Perez as well. Pop out from Furness. You got a runner in scoring position from Raymond. He smoked that single right back up the middle, and after that, weak contact and then a strikeout. 2 big outs there for Perez. Nice comeback.
It's the dairy farmer Brady Alves, who was a 3-sport athlete in high school. Played point guard on his basketball team and then played on both sides of the ball for his football team as Raymond gets a bad jump but takes off for third. The throw is not in time. Another stolen base for Andrew Raymond. He makes his way from first to third on 2 stolen bases.
A long transition from the catcher to Guillen all the way down to Lopez at third. In plenty of time was Raymond.
Alves redshirted this last year at Butte Community College. Still has 4 years of eligibility as he watches a slider for a called strike.
Now 1-0, not really looking for a slider right there. Don't hate the take right there from Alves. Not hunting that type of pitch.
Brady Alves in 368 plate appearances in high school as he swings and misses at the 1-1 out in front of the slider. He only struck out 27 times. Unearthly numbers for Brady Alves. The strikeout about every, 6% of his at-bats, if that. 1-2. Misses down. Deuce is wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs. Royal waits on deck. He wants an opportunity in the bottom of the second to help his team get on the board.
This would be a big win for Alves right here, swinging and missing at that slider for strike 2.
He checks the swing but holds up and the count runs full.
I thought about it but held up, right? In a 3-2 count now. If you can draw a walk or get a base hit here after potentially losing the AB on strike 2, that would be a major success.
He was way out in front of that slider to bring it to strike 2. Here's the 3-2. Swung on and chopped back up the middle. Going to be a tough play for the middle infielder. He throws to first. It's picked by the first baseman, Lee, but they say he's off the base. Brady Alves, an RBI infield single, gives the Blues their first run of the game.
Wow. I thought Lee kept his foot on the bag. He kind of stuck his glove out, hoped and prayed he'd pick it and keep it in front. He did, but that toe just couldn't straddle first base.
That was a good play from Fermisco at second to reach to his right, his non-glove side, and then whip it across his body to first, but it was in the dirt and it pulled Lee off the base. Brady Alves will get a hit, and it gives Royal a chance. With the Blues on the board, they pick over to first. It's a really good pickoff move, but Lee cannot grab it. It hits off Alves and will stay on the infield. E.J. Royal has played. This is game number 39 for E.J. Royal. And in his 38 games he started, he's batted first and played center field as he moves his hands out of the way of that one. Not a day goes by that E.J. Royal isn't leading off and playing center. It's the one consistent in this lineup as another pickoff move to first gets away. Brady Alves will move up to second on an E1. A mistake from the Philippines baseball group puts Brady Alves in scoring position. E.J. Royal recorded an RBI 2 days ago on a hit-by-pitch against the Bombers in a 2-run 5th inning as he watches strike 1. Prior to that, his last recorded RBI was on July 11th. He waggles his bat. Alves takes off for third. It's a slider that misses. The throw to third is on the money, and Alves is thrown out. Alves getting aggressive on the base path takes the bat out of Royal's hands. And the Blues do get a run, however, and we head into the third in a 3-1 ball game. Philippines lead it on the SLO Blues streaming network. The catcher, Dylan Teguiam, leads it off in the top of the third inning. The Blues cut into the lead with a run on a Brady Alves RBI single. In the bottom of the second, as Groff throws a first pitch fastball to Teguiam, and he fouls it off for strike one. Following Teguiam, it'll be Hudson Story and Tyler Haruta, the designated hitter and the left fielder, respectively. Teguiam recorded an RBI in the first inning on a base hit. He stole second, got to third on a wild pitch, and then scored on an E4 as he flies this one into right field. Furness will range to his left and then in a few steps and make the grab for a quick out.
Ryan, it's Christmas in July, and I want to ask you, what present you received as a child from Santa got you the most hyped? Like, was there one morning where you're like, oh my goodness, I got it?
Well, okay, I have I'll give two.
Okay.
Because I have one that's super recent and, like, is honestly probably super underrated, but has been easily, like, the best thing I have ever received as a gift because it's been so helpful.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what is it called, Strike? An electric scooter.
That was a Christmas gift.
Yes, I take it to and from school every single day, and I don't have to pay for parking. I bought a $50 bike lock to make sure it stays nice and secure.
Yeah.
And, like, it has been incredible to me. The L1 is swung on a miss. The other one, when I was younger, it was the only gift I got this year for me and my brother. My parents put in a basketball hoop in our driveway. It was sick.
Like cemented into the ground?
It was sick.
That is awesome.
I know it was really expensive, which is why it was like our only gift that year.
Mm-hmm.
And like my brother and I used it for so much. That one is fouled back. Yeah.
A lot of hours probably spent in that driveway then, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, me and my brother both played basketball. I had a little more love for it than he did, but he did it because he's 6'4" and 200 pounds, and like you just have to play when you're built like that.
Sure.
And I think like he followed in my footsteps a little bit, but anyways, yeah, those two were electric, no pun intended.
It's a good answer.
The 0-2, a slider that misses at the toes, check swing, he did not go. What about you? What's that gift for you?
I was really jazzed when I got a heavy key piano, like electric keyboard, because it was like the light plastic keys. It doesn't feel the same. I got a heavy key. It feels like a real piano. I got a hoop, but it was on the wheel. It was the sand-weighted hoop.
Another slider misses up.
I do remember that, like, in those, I just loved those, right? But I think the one that just got me the most fired up as a little kid, I was really into birds, and I wanted a life-size plush penguin, and I got it. I was fired up.
This one misses away from 0-2 to a full count. I love that. That's
like,
awesome.
I have loved all the gifts I've gotten every year. I mean, I've gotten gaming consoles and stuff. But, like, for some reason, as a little kid, like, I sprinted down the stairs. I tackled it because it was on, like, a little stand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. 3-2. Swung on a miss. Strike three. Strikeout number 4 on the day for Logan Groff. Hudson Story's second of the day. I got to say, the best gift I probably ever received, kind of along the animal line, is it was a birthday present. My parents got me a dog.
Oh.
It was sick. They, like, put me in the car. Like, it was my birthday night. So my birthday's on February 20th. So it was that night, like 10 p.m., we get in the car, and they're like, just get in the car. We're going somewhere for your birthday. And I have no idea where we're going.
Yeah.
As that one is a called strike. And they drive me all the way to the San Francisco airport because we had it flown in from Kansas.
Oh, wow.
His name was Kansas. I was really creative when I was, like, 7.
I like that name.
Yeah. Swung on and fouled back 0-2. And, yeah, got it for my birthday. Got back home around 2 in the morning, but it was all worth it.
I named our family cat Carlos.
Nice.
When I was like 9.
Well, so we had Kansas when I think we got him when I was like 7. And then we got another dog about 2 years later from California named Callie. Swung on a miss for strike 3. Groff gets 4 strikeouts in his last 5 batters and ends the top of the third inning. Blues will look to cut in some more in the bottom of the third. It's 3-1 Philippines on the SLO Blues Streaming Network. Artois will lead it off, Royal will lead it off, followed by Murillo and Sam Artois, the top of the order for the Blues. Royal was in the box in the bottom of the second, but Al's thrown out, trying for third. And Royal gets another chance against Perez. The 0-1 is swung on and laced down the left field line for a base hit. Royal rounds first. He's heading for second as it gets all the way to the wall, and Royal has a leadoff stand-up double. His second extra base hit in 3 days.
That was a scud missile down the left field line. 95 miles an hour, 3 hops the wall, no doubt about it. EJ could cruise into second base.
It's got to be a good feeling for EJ, and it's so funny because 3 days ago when he recorded that extra base hit, I said in that game to Nate prior to the game, damn, we really haven't seen EJ slug as of late.
Yeah.
And now 2 doubles in the last 3 games. Gives Diego Murillo a chance. With a runner in scoring position, the shift is on. The third baseman playing on the infield grass. As that one is swung on and missed, the slider. The shortstop, Fogfum Instu, is shaded a little to his left, and the second baseman holding on Royal is also shaded up the middle. They pick off at second, very close, but Royal dives back safely. Royal went 0 for 4 yesterday against the Barons in the 4-1 loss, and today already has recorded a hit in the second inning. Murillo in the box. He was hit by a pitch, stole third, and was stranded there as he hits this one the other way for a base hit. Royal had to pause as it was hit in the air, so he will just move up to third. Another hit for the Blues, back-to-back in this inning.
Yeah, keep stringing them together, guys. That's some sustainable baseball right there. Hard hit from EJ down the left field line, and Murillo doing what he does best, serving it the opposite way for a single.
Blues continuing to build momentum. Scored a run in the second. Now you have 2 on with no out for Artois, the 3-hole. Continuing to improve in this game, trying to climb back.
It's a slow burn, slower than the offense would like, for sure.
Runner goes, pitches in the dirt. Royal is going to try for home. It's going to be close. The flip is not in time. Murillo goes all the way to third. The Blues get a run on a wild pitch, and Murillo is 90 feet away from tying this game.
Now Murillo again with some headsy base running, seeing the delay at home plate. The pitcher Perez coming to home, trying to sell that tag. And while he was doing that, Diego just said, yeah, I'll take that extra 90 feet for sure.
So Murillo gets a stolen base going to second. He gets all the way to third on the wild pitch. Royal scores, and Artois is in a 1-0 count. As he swings and hits this one hard but extremely high into left field. Going back on it is Haruda, and that'll be a sacrifice fly. The Blues tie it up in the bottom of the third.
Man, Artois just got underneath that fastball. You could hear it off the bat, barely hitting the underneath of that baseball and popping it up to left. You could tell because he hit it so high in the air to left, and because the sound was so good, that just tells me that he was literally a millimeter away from sending that one out of the ballpark. Either way, it ties the game.
Yeah, it's a really good sound off the lumber from Artois. It'll bring up Kosei Suzuki with 1 out and nobody on. Free swing in for the cleanup hitter as he takes strike 1. There are a couple of games of importance to the Blues in the playoff race. The Crawdads and the Legends are playing as that one misses down. A ball and a strike. The Dads are now beating the Legends 6-2 in the bottom of the 6th inning. And the Seagulls are beating the Merchants 1-0 in the top of the 3rd inning.
Wow.
Swing and a miss for Kosei Suzuki.
Now 2-0, Ryan.
The Goals beat the Stompers last night. The Blues had an opportunity, if they were to beat the Barons, to jump up into that first place spot. But as we know, the Blues did not win that game and will maintain second as Suzuki swings and misses at the slider for strike 3. Suzuki goes down on strikes for the second time today. it'll bring up Caruso with 2 outs.
Trouble with the slider for Kosei. He got it again that time. Swung right over it. They got the scouting report on him for sure.
Blues struggle with the slider up and down the lineup. Some hitters do a little better with it than others. Suzuki has not seen it well out of the hands today from Perez. That'll be Caruso, who just missed extra bases his last time as he fouls that one back. A little off the end, but it was hooking away from the center fielder Vanderpool, who was able to get it as it hung up a little bit with the wind blowing right to left. The Stompers also play today, but it's a non-league game against the Cal Tigers, as that one is a splitter that misses away. If the Blues win today, they would gain a half game on the Stompers, which would tie them for first place. The Stompers do have the tiebreaker, so the Blues have to be better than the Stompers at the end of the season for that number 1 seed, as that one misses inside. If the Blues win today, that magic number for the 1 seed becomes 4, which means if they win 2 games against the Oak and 1 against the Riptide to end the season, and the Stompers lose 1 of their last 3 games, the Blues are the 1 seed. Here's the 2-1. Swung on and hit hard, cutting away from the center fielder Vanderpool as he makes the grab. A 98-mile-an-hour line out for Charlie Caruso, who has hit the ball hard but has nothing to show for it. The Blues score 2 runs on a wild pitch and a sacrifice fly as they tie it up. We head into the 4th. I pass it over to my partner, my pal, Nate Mills, who will take you the rest of the way on the Blues streaming network.
Philippines back up in the top half of the 4th inning. It's now a tied ball game at 3 apiece. The Blues knotted it up on a wild pitch and a sacrifice fly from Samar Dwal. Leading it off for the group, it's Brady Formisco. Ground over to first, and Murillo's got it. 1 pitch, 1 out to Logan Groff. Well, after the first inning where Groff allowed 3 runs on 3 hits and stranded the bases loaded, he's been wheeling and dealing, retiring 8 in a row now in the 4th. So here's Leo, the right fielder, batting 8th. He's 0 for 0 today, a walk in the 1st, and he was stranded on first base in that 3-run surge for the group. First pitch swinging, he pops it up and to the right out of play into the orange row behind home plate for strike 1. Leo last started on July 17th against the Santa Barbara Foresters, who are heading out to Wichita, Kansas to play in the Summer Ball World Series, looking for another world championship. In that game against the Sturs, he went 1 for 5 with a trio of strikeouts. Right on right matchup, here's the 0-1. Yanked fastball misses high and outside, and an even 1-1 count with 1 out. Leo from Golden, Colorado. formerly a Pirate from Porterville College, now at Holy Family University. Holy Family created its baseball team in 2024, and he happened to be a part of that team. Some cool history there. Spent 2 years with him. Late on a fastball here. It's a 2-2 count. Now this past season he batted .284, drove in 20 runs with his 3 homers and 31 hits, 7 doubles as well. An uptick of playing time with 109 at-bats compared to 2024 where he had 87. Still not bad. The 2-2. Leo freezes on off-speed pitch, strike 3. Second out for Logan Groff. And the 7th strikeout of the day for the kid.
That slider looks good. That was slider for a strike. Using it as his out pitch right there to get the strikeout. That's 5 strikeouts in the last 7 batters.
So here's Gavin Vanderpool, a late addition to today's lineup for the Philippines. He struck out swinging to end the first inning, and he takes ball 1 here against Groff. Vanderpool batting .242 heading to today's contest. He played in last night's game against the Arroyo Seco Saints for the Philippines Group 1 for their 4th win of the summer. 1-0. Takes a pitch and a called strike, 1-1.
I'm looking at the National Baseball Congress website, which is the tournament that the Foresters play in out in Wichita. This is cool. So the Foresters have their first game tomorrow night at 8:30 p.m., a late start, one field for a bunch of teams to play.
1-1 called strike.
But then the next night, they have games 12 p.m., 3 p.m., 6 p.m., 9 p.m., and a midnight game that the Foresters are playing in, followed by a 3 a.m. game, a 6 a.m. game, and then a 10 a.m. game, 12 p.m., 3 p.m., 6 p.m.
There's no way.
Dude, this is on the website of the tournament.
That's some Alaskan League stuff, because the sun famously never goes down in Alaska during this time of year, so there's a lot of midnight games and 3 a.m. games and stuff like that. The 2-2 outside.
Yeah, so the Foresters play at 8:30 p.m. tomorrow, and then their next game is at midnight on the 27th of July.
That's kind of fun.
Yeah. I mean, the San Diego Stars and the Seattle Chetney Studs play at 3 in the morning.
The Stars deserve that. Payoff pitch, outside, ball 4. A 2-out walk to Gavin Vanderpool. Puts a runner on first.
Groff retired 9 in a row, but couldn't make it 10. Vanderpool draws a walk. They're being down in the count 1-2. He worked it all the way back.
So now it's the leadoff man, and another batter wearing number 7, Malachi Lopez. The third baseman is 1 for 2 today with a single in the first and a ground ball out in the second. Groff comes set in the shadows with an average lead at first base for Vanderpool. Strides and shoots. Low and outside, 1-0. Lopez from Cathedral City, California. He's a Tiger from Riverside Community College. Teammates with former Blue Sean York. 1-0. Outside again, 2-0.
God, I mean, imagine playing a game at 3 in the morning, and for us, Nate, imagine calling a game at 3 in the morning.
That would be a lot of cups of coffee for me.
You'd have to go to bed at 8 p.m. probably, 7 p.m., because you're getting to the game at least 1 in the morning.
2-0. Cracked up the middle, but right into the glove of Murillo at second base. Groff faces 4 batters in the 4th. We head into the bottom half of the frame. The Blues are tied with the Philippines at 3 on the SLO Blues streaming network in an inning. Brought to you by Educational Employees Credit Union.
Those two numbers are 12.
Bottom half of the fourth is brought to you by Educational Employees Credit Union, proudly serving the Central Coast. EECU is located in Paso Robles and can be found at myeecu.org. Experience smarter banking at Educational Employees Credit Union. Drew Raymond leads it off in the bottom of the fourth, game tied at 3 against the Philippines. And he sits in an 0-1 count against Andres Perez in his fourth inning of work. Raymond holds up on a swing on an outside pitch, 1-1 to Drew. Raymond recorded the first base hit of the day for San Luis Obispo. Smoke show, 102-mile-an-hour single right back up the middle. He 1-1. Drew sends another one up the middle. Diving is the shortstop foul from Simtu, but he can't make the play. Another base hit for Drew right back up the middle of the field. He's 2 for 2 today.
Have yourself a day, Drew Raymond. He's a guy who usually, averages about a hit a game, but the 250 average today already has 2.
Up comes Eric Furness, a recent high school graduate from St. Joe's, headed up the street to Cuesta College come fall to play for the Cougars. Furness rocking his green batting gloves to match the colorway of Cuesta before even setting foot on campus. First pitch, Furness takes it low and inside, 1-0. Eric is 0 for 1 today with a pop out to the shortstop foul from Sintu. Started on July 20th against the Menlo Park Legends. Went 2 of 4 with a double and scored 2 runs. Pretty good lead off first base for Raymond. He jets towards second. Here comes the throw. It's a one-hopper to the bag. It's picked by the second baseman, Faramisco. And a stolen base for Raymond. That's his 3rd of the afternoon.
Showing off the wheels. Came into this game with 2 stolen bases. Has already topped that with 3 in today's game, bringing his total to 5.
Getting some good jumps, too. That was a real nice jump going over to second. But Teguian can't seem to make the throw down to second. Just kind of one-hopping it to the middle infielders. So Drew now in scoring position. He represents the go-ahead run for the Blues. The 2-0. Furness takes it outside. The pitch skips away from Teguian, and Raymond cruises into third base standing. The tying run, or the go-ahead run, now stands 90 feet away for the Blues.
The job changes now for Furness. Lift the ball in the air and head it into the outfield. That's the goal now. 3-0, he's probably going to take it, but then after that, that's the approach.
Furness this summer with the Blues has driven in 2 runs on his 4 hits. One of them for extra bases. It was a double. 3-0. Furness takes all the way, and that's ball 4. A 4-pitch walk to the young buck, Eric Furness, and that brings up Sebastian Lopez.
Second inning in a row that the first 2 Blues batters of the inning have reached base, and last time both scored. See if they can do it again. It's going to be up to Lopez and Alves.
They're at the corners here. Raymond's at third and Eric Furness at first. Eric this summer has only stolen 1 bag, but we know he has wheels on the base paths. Watching him round the bases, I remember looking up at my scoreboard and going, whoa, this guy's got wheels. Here's Seabass, who gets hit in the patella on the first pitch, and he hobbles down the first base line. That will load the bases for Brady Alves.
That one definitely doesn't feel good. It hit right on the outside of the kneecap. And that just cannot feel good whatsoever, as there's going to be a meeting on the mound.
That's a very vulnerable spot on the knee. There's not a lot of fat or muscle surrounding it. It's straight up just skin and bone. And you could tell that Lopez kind of took his time to reel, catch his breath, and slowly walk over to first. He looks to be okay. Paul Teixeira, the first base coach, giving him some stretches to mend that left knee.
The knee is like the one area that there hasn't been a padding made or like a shield of some kind made.
But if there was, we would still find a way, or players would still find a way to somehow get hit there.
Well, I mean, give it 10 years and players will be coming to the plate in like full catcher's gear. That's aerodynamic so that it doesn't affect the swing.
That could be the most boomer take you've ever had.
Dude, I don't care. I mean, Sebastian Lopez got hit, and, I mean, this is no knock to Lopez because every player does it. Take off the elbow pad, take off the ankle pad, put the gloves in the back pocket, exchange for the sliding glove or the oven mitt.
The first baseman, Lee, instead of just going to the right of Sebastian Lopez, went all the way around him, just kind of circled him. Well, here's Brady Alves with a chance to take the lead for the Blues. A bases-loaded situation with nobody out. Alves now gets hit on the shoulder, and the Blues take the lead. some more ugly baseball, but the Blues will take it as it's now 4-3 San Luis Obispo.
They grabbed the lead after giving up the first 3 runs of this game. They've scored a run in the last 3 innings and have a chance to continue it. Top of the order, no outs, bases loaded.
So it's EJ, 1 for 2 today with a double in the third and a fly out to left in the first. We talk about how Royal goes the opposite way and wants to go up the middle all the time, and he certainly is good at that. But today he's just kind of let it unload to the pull side. First pitch, Royal takes it inside, 1-0. And so EJ with a pull side double and a pulled fly ball to left for his first out.
Might be one of those days for EJ where the approach goes out the window and he wants to just hit the ball as hard as he can because that fly out that he hit was crushed as well right into the left center field gap.
Yeah, fair. Always fun to indulge, especially in summer ball, where it always seems to be working on something if you're a player, right? You're coming up to the dish with, okay, I got to come back to the fall with this kind of approach. I want to do this. I want to work on my on-base percentage. And EJ may or may not have turned a corner this afternoon just going, I'm just going to swing out my shoes and hit balls close to 100 miles an hour. I like it so far. 2-0, he takes a strike.
I mean, that fly out that he had, the left fielder Haruda caught it probably 3, maybe 5 feet in front of the warning track, out in front of the Tin City Cider sign, just left of the 380 mark.
Wind blowing out to left center field. Bases still bloated with Blues. They're up by 1, 4-3. Royal nubs it over to first. Lee charges it, bobbles it. There's no one at the bag. He dives, tags the base. It's not in time. Eric Furness scores on an infield single from EJ.
Doesn't matter how hard it was hit. It's an 100-mile-an-hour line drive RBI single in the book. But according to the technology, it was hit 46 miles an hour off the hands. But Blues will take it, gives him a 2-run lead.
There's a foot race to the bag, and Lee just didn't have quite the juice to get there. So Lopez is at third, Alves at second, and Royal at first with Diego Murillo at the dish. He's 1 of 1 with a hit by pitch and 3 stolen bases. First pitch off the front foot, foul, strike 1. And Murillo scored a run in the third inning as well, where the Blues put up 2. They have scored in each of their past 3 innings. They went quietly in the first after allowing 3 against the Philippines, but the team has woken up since then. With no outs, the 0-1. Murillo takes low and an even count.
I mean, that's a good thing that this team has woke up because this is a must-win game for the Blues. And they have really kicked it into a second gear after a sloppy top of the first inning.
It's a 3-1 lead for San Francisco over the Alameda Merchants right now. 1-1, he breaks his bat to third. Lopez goes home. They get the force out there. Now over to first, and he's in there safely. Wow. A close call over at first base. I thought Lee caught it before Murillo got there, but clearly not.
I think he had him out as well at first base. The first base umpire with a slightly delayed call, but then very quickly decided he was safe.
An inning unraveling for the Philippines as the Blues lead by 2 now. 5-3 advantage. Arjois takes his time getting his feet set in the batter's box. Bases still loaded with 1 out in the bottom of the 4th inning. SLO trying to pull away from the Philippines on a pretty full night at Sinsheimer. First pitch, Arjois inside 1-0.
It's always funny seeing the dynamic of how the fans kind of roll into the ballpark. Because Nate and I, we have a good view to see the whole field from up here. And it'll be 15 minutes before the gates open, and there's 150 people in here. That was one of those days today. But now it is packed full. I'd say about 1,300 fans.
One-0. Outside, ball 2.
And what's crazy is that there's not a lot of fans dressed up for the theme day.
Where's your spirit?
Yeah. Holidays in July, man. Come on.
Blues Nation? Come on.
See a couple of Santa hats.
I wore my PJs for this. 2-0 is a soft grounder to short. Fong from Sintu goes to second for the Fours, but a run scores. Fielder's choice, and Brady Alves is in. 6-3 game.
Blues will take it. It's another run. They're trying to push this out of slam range against the Philippines baseball group and give their starter Groff even more comfort on the mound.
So Murillo is forced out at second base. And EJ's at third with Ardois at first. Kose 0 for 2 today, a couple of strikeouts. Both swinging. And the key to him this summer has been the slider. You got a good slider against Suzuki. He's had a difficult time making contact with it. There it is, a swing and a miss for strike one. Grounder to short. Fogfum Sintu will tap the bag himself, and the side is retired. A 3-run inning for the Blues, though. They take the lead over the Philippines. It's now 6-3 San Luis Obispo, heading into the 5th inning on the SLO Blues streaming network. Ben Lee leads it off for the Philippines in the top half of the 5th. The Blues have taken the lead over the group 6-3. Low and outside, ball one. Raymond scored, Furness scored, Lopez scored. All from some tomfoolery. A lot of fielders' choices. Popped up to the right side of the infield. The first baseman, Sebastian Lopez, no relation, makes the call and the catch for the first out. There's the shortstop, J.J. Fogfum Sintu, who got a lot of action this past half inning. First pitch swinging and grounding it to short. Alves has got it. And Lopez picks it over at first. Fogfum Sintu retired on one pitch on a ground ball out from Brady Alves. And Lopez saves the play.
Made that a little harder than it had to be. But Lopez makes up for it at first. He's looked good over there so far. A primary middle infielder has made a couple of nice picks at first base.
Taguiam takes a pitch inside. Hello, friends. This is Dylan Taguiam from the Masters University. That sound like Jim? Strike one.
No, but I commend the effort. I knew what you were doing immediately.
Yeah.
But it was the hello friends and like the soft like, hello friends.
Every time I try to do that, I've gotten NPR comments. That sounds like NPR.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely hear it for sure.
That's all I'm going for. I'll never be a pipes guy is the issue.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. NPR kind of just that like soothing news feeling. It's like no matter what they're saying, it somehow is good.
Foul ball, 2-2.
I mean,
The earth will end in 12 days.
Exactly. But if you listen to it on NPR, it's like, oh, I have 12 days left to live. Usually that glass half full type of outlook on life.
Even though the content itself is quite the opposite. Deuces wild to Taguiam. Swinging a foul tip at home. We'll do it again. We got a kid in the stands here. Looks like his hat was signed by a couple of Blues players. Love that.
You.
Yeah. Good day at the yard.
You know, I've never been asked to sign a ball by a fan, and it kind of makes me disappointed because one of our other interns was recently asked to sign a ball.
Well, this one's makes sense. Our videographer, Jack Chirac, who posts great edits on social media. I want his autograph.
Yeah, that's true.
2-2. Swing and a looper to second. Murillo takes a half step back and makes the catch for the final out. Groff faces the minimum, and we're halfway through at Sinsheimer. The Blues have the lead 6-3 on the SLO Blues streaming network. Halfway through at Sinsheimer Stadium, Charlie Caruso, Drew Raymond, and Eric Furness due up in this inning against Andreas Perez, who's back out there for his fifth inning of work. And it's the left-handed hitting catcher from Northwestern, Caruso, who was flown out to center twice. A couple of hard pieces of contact for Caruso, trying to find some real estate here. First pitch swing and miss for strike one. And we talked about in the last half inning how there was a fan in the audience or in the stands, a little boy who had a Blues hat signed by a couple of players. And Ryan said, well, I haven't had an autograph. We'd have other interns sign stuff too. And I said that I think our videographer, Jack Chirac, should give an autograph. So here I am asking Jack Chirac for an autograph, please.
I do.
You're not getting married.
And Caruso smashes this to center field. Vanderpool looks up and it one-ups the wall. Caruso in at second base, a stand-up double. 377 feet off the stick from Charlie Caruso at 98 miles an hour. How do you like them apples?
Should be worth like $1 million one day.
Shout out Jack Chirac, man.
He's the GOAT.
And shout out Charlie Caruso for that double.
Jack Flicks on Instagram.
That's right. Jack's Flicks.
That's FLIXS. No.
Just an X.
Just the X. Check him out. He's the one who makes all of the video content on the Blues page.
There's Drew Raymond now following that double from Caruso. Speaking of hard-hit baseballs, he's hit 2 well today.
Wait, hold on. How tall are you? This is really I don't like people who are taller than me.
From the stretch, Perez is ready with Caruso well off second. The 1-0. Raymond takes low. Long hold from Perez. Getting his sign from the catcher to Guillen. Blues up 6-3 in the bottom of the 5th. Raymond spoils this one down the left field line. It'll be foul. A new right-hander getting loose for the Philippines in the bullpen. Eric Furness stands on deck for San Luis Obispo. The 2-1. 3 balls and a strike now.
Drew, 2 hits today, and he's working himself back into a hitter's count. Wouldn't be surprised to see him attack hard in this 3-1.
Driven in 9 this summer. Looking for number 10 with Caruso at second base. The 3-1. Missing inside, that's ball 4. Raymond has reached base safely in all 3 of his plate appearances today, and there's 2 runners on for Eric Furness.
And the Blues' first 2 base runners reached base in the 3rd. Both of them scored. The first 2 base runners reached in the 4th. Both of them scored. Deja vu?
Oh, new noodles coming out of the pen, so a different look for the Philippines here. We'll tell you all about him. It's a right-hander, and he will face Eric Furness with no outs in the 5th on the SLO Blues streaming network. New pitcher for the Philippines. It's Braden Briscoe, a right-hander from L.A. Pierce Community College, with Caruso at second and Drew Raymond on first. Raymond talking some hitting with first base coach Paul Teixeira.
I mean, that's exactly what you do when you burn the center fielder to straightaway center. A missile off the bat, a leadoff double. Actually, the second time in this game the Blues have had a leadoff double.
Briscoe making his second appearance of the summer. Only pitched in one inning against the Academy Barons on July 19th. Allowed a hit, walked 2, and struck out 2 in his 6 batters faced. So a small sample size from the Brahma from L.A. Pierce College. Oh, and Furness almost hit by the first offering. Look out, ball 1.
He's a 3-pitch guy. Fastball, cutter, changeup. He throws them all pretty equally. 11 fastballs and 9 cutters and 8 changeups in that one appearance. Good movement on the changeup, especially 16 inches of horizontal.
And Perez's day is not over, but in 4 innings of work, he allowed 7 hits, 3 walks, and 3 strikeouts. Furness almost hit by another fastball high and tight, 2-0. Sebastian Lopez stands on deck for San Luis Obispo. Still no outs and 2 runners on. (2-0). Furness hits a grounder to short. Fogfum Sintu goes to second for 1. Now to first, and not in time. Furness beats it out. He reaches on a fielder's choice as Caruso advances to third.
It's a productive out. You only record an out. Keep 2 runners on, but you move one of them into scoring position. Blues will take that as they look to extend this lead. It's up to Lopez right now.
Here's Seabass in 0 for 1 day with a strikeout and a hit by pitch. When he was hit by pitch in the 4th, he came around to score. The Blues took the lead over the Philippines in that frame. They have scored in every inning except the first today. Bottom of the 5th at Sinsheimer, 1 out. Charlie Caruso at third and Eric Furness at first base. Taken for ball 1.
We just saw a fan walk up the stairs looking the part today.
Oh, yeah.
A reindeer sweater, some reindeer ears, and even the bag had a Santa Claus on it.
There we go.
That's what we need more of here at the ballpark.
One out. Furness jets towards second. There's no one there. No throw from the catcher to Guillen. A stolen bag for Eric Furness puts 2 in scoring position.
1160 your program. Go to the marketing tent and get your fast feet seat cushion from Promotional Concepts. 1160.
And so Furness will have to go back to first. They're saying interference from Lopez in the box, and the manager, Dean Traynor, heads out to chat with the home plate umpire. Lopez trying to reconcile with the same umpire. His palms are facing the sky.
If I'm not mistaken on the rules, I believe that also means Lopez is out.
That would end the inning. No, that would be 2 outs. And Traynor getting an explanation. Dean still barking at the home plate umpire as the third base umpire comes down the line. Still trying to explain the rules as Lopez just stands just to the right of the batter's box. The catcher, Guillen, is out of the circle completely. Pitcher Briscoe just kind of stands there with his hand on his hip on the mound.
Yeah, so if the batter interferes with the catcher's attempt to throw to second base by stepping across the plate, swinging and blocking the catcher's view, or accidentally hitting the catcher with the bat during the throw, the batter is called out for interference. The runner attempting to steal returns to first base. And yeah, if there are fewer than 2 outs, the batter is out.
So yeah, fewer than 2 outs, the batter is out, and that's the case here. Lopez is out on interference. And with 2 gone, it's now Brady Alves.
An unfortunate way to end that at bat.
Yeah. That's really frustrating for Lopez.
Yeah, to be fair, I think I saw interference as well. There was no throw, which makes it really, really hard to call. But I thought Lopez was leaning out in front of home plate, which, hindered the ability to throw to second if there was one.
There was also no one covering second base, too, so there was no play there either way. Brady Alves did an RBI single in the second, scoring the first run of the ball game for the Blues. He scored Drew Raymond from third. Runners at the corners here. Furness at first had to retreat after the interference from Lopez. 1-0. Alves takes a called strike. Alves has driven in 3 this summer in his 4 hits. After today's game, 4 on his 5 hits. Starting in his 14th game for San Luis Obispo. Furness goes to second. No one's covering again, and Alves gets out of the way this time. A stolen base for Eric Furness.
Alves didn't want his at-bat to end the same way Lopez's did. He immediately took a step back out of the batter's box to get out of the way, which honestly isn't also that smart either. He should just stand in the box, because if for some reason the catcher decided to back pick to third and he got in the way, interference.
Double barrel action in the bullpen for the Blues. 2 righties getting hot for San Luis Obispo. Alves locks up on an off-speed pitch, and it's called strike 2. One we know is Matt Betancourt. The other one is wearing Spencer Galmore's old jersey, and it's a new noodle. Reese Bueno from Cal Poly turned UC San Diego Torero in the pen. Off the hands, flutters to first. It's fair, bobbled by Lee, and he'll tap the bag to end the inning. So a leadoff double from Caruso and a walk from Raymond, all for nothing. 2 runners stranded on as we head into the 6th inning. The Blues up 6-3 on the SLO Blues streaming network. Well, it's always an exciting time to see a debut of a Blues player. This one comes out of the bullpen. A right-hander from Cal Poly San Luis Obispo, Reese Bueno, after a 2025 season with a 3 ERA and 8 appearances, 12 innings of work, 11 strikeouts, 4 earned runs. He now toes the rubber for the Blues in the summer of 2025.
It'll be nice to have a good Division I arm out of the bullpen as the Blues continue to lose guys. They lost Jaden Turner after last night's game. He's heading down to join his Division I team as they get ready for some fall ball. And Reese Bueno, he needs to play in 2 games to be eligible for the playoffs, and this is 1.
Hudson Story leads it off, and he takes the first pitch slider high and outside, 1-0. Story is 0 for 2 today with a couple of Ks from Logan Groff, whose day has come to a close. He pitched in 5 innings against the Philippines, allowed 3 hits, 3 runs, 3 of them earned, 3 walks, and 7 strikeouts for the kid. Great day for Logan. So 1-0. Off the hands, it's popped up and fouled down the third base line into the orange row for strike 1. Well, Reese didn't see any action with Cal Poly in their regional in Eugene, but he did pitch against Texas A&M, who was the consensus #1 team in the country before the season started. He pitched an inning and a third, allowed 3 hits and 1 earned run, struck out 1, too. He 1-1. There's another off-speed pitch and a called strike, 1-2. His last outing as a Mustang this past season was on May 6th against Pepperdine, where Larry Lee, the manager for Cal Poly, used to go to school and play baseball. Just pitched in a third in that game. A changeup. He gets tied up for strike 3. Hudson Story lockjaw at the off-speed, and that's the first out of the 6th.
Third strikeout of the day for Hudson Story. He has not been able to pick up what these Blues pitchers are offering.
Tyler Haruda, the left fielder, batting 6, steps in with 1 out. Haruda 0 for 1 with a strikeout himself and a walk in the first. The first pitch. Haruda takes a slider outside, 1-0. Reese Bueno is a rising junior going to the University of San Diego this fall. He'll be joining Nico Button, the catcher for the Blues, who is transferring from Berkeley. Those two ought to get to know each other quickly. They'll be going to work together a lot. And when you have the experience that Nico Button does and the electric stuff of Reese Bueno, that should be a fun combination down with the Toreros. Bueno comes set. His outing so far highlighted by the changeup and slider. And with 1 out, the 1-1 is another slider and a swing and a miss for strike 2. I had the chance to watch Reese Bueno in his true freshman season, and he was, I think, the most competitive pitcher coming out of the bullpen. He had guys entering their 5th year of college, and he didn't care. He gave the fastball right in the kitchen and challenged him. Here's a fastball here, but it's yanked outside. Caruso can't glove it. It's 2-2.
It's a high praise considering Mustang pitching staff, especially this last year, was really solid, good enough to get them to a regional championship.
They did lose some big names in the transfer portal, though, including Tanner Seguspie to Texas Christian. 2-2. Swing and a foul. We'll do it again. I mean, that's their biggest arm coming out of the bullpen, and he's a fun story, too, because he was a two-way player, actually recruited at Cal Poly as an outfielder, and then over time kind of became a hybrid guy, and then eventually after some injuries as a catcher in summer ball, just became a pitcher. And then was electric this past season. The 2-2. Swing and a foul straight back. We'll do it again, 2-2. Bueno returning to Fowler Field on the campus of USD after participating in the 2021 and 2022 area code games in San Diego. 2-2. Slider misses high. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Haruda. The sun has set at Sinsheimer, and with one out, here comes the payoff. Slider off the hands. It's blooped into foul ground. The first baseman, Lopez, crashes into the fence but won't have a play. Now Lopez got the short end of the stick on a call this past half inning. It was a very ticky-tacky interference call. Technically, yes, it was interference on a throw from the catcher to second base. His left foot barely stepping over home plate. Technically, it is interference. But he was out with less than 2 outs, and now he's here at first base. 3-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. The bottom falls underneath the changeup from Reese Bueno, and he gets Haruta to swing and miss for the second strikeout of the inning.
That's the stuff we know Bueno has. Good looking slider there to end the long at bat.
Haruta put up a battle against the righty Bueno. He doesn't win, and with 2 outs, it's Brady Ferramisco. 0 for 2 day for Brady, the second baseman. Reached on error in the first and grounded out to Murillo at second in the 4th inning. 2 ground ball swings for Ferramisco as he takes strike 1 against Reese. Ferramisco last started on July 19th against the MLB Youth Academy, who the Blues lost to yesterday by a score of 4-1. They lost to him in this game. He went 1 for 3, scored a run, and walked. The 1-0. Pitch misses inside. Caruso can't glove it. 2 balls and no strikes. Haruta from Simpson University, but he's bounced around a few schools. Started with the Golden Eagles at Cal State LA in 2022. Then went to LA Pierce College to play for the Brahmas in JUCO ball. And now it's Simpson. Miss outside, 3-0. A Santa Clarita native. Haruta's a two-way player. Hasn't pitched this summer so far for the Philippines. Has only batted as he's playing in his 13th CCL game of the summer. With 2 outs, the 3-0. Fastball down the middle of the plate, and it's strike 1. Had a good year in 2023 with the Brahmas, batting .282 with a .357 on base. 6 doubles. Miss inside, and that's ball 4. Back-to-back strikeouts for Reese Bueno, and now a 2-out walk for Ferramisco. So Bueno working with a runner on first, the first time in his Blues career, and it brings up Stefan Leo. 0 for 1, a strikeout looking, and a walk in the first. A miss inside, 1-0.
Bueno missing the zone a little bit now, but gotta dial it back in after the 2 strikeouts.
Bueno comes set, an average lead at first. With 2 outs, the 1-0. Slider didn't slide enough as it misses inside, and Ardois quickly running to the mound to talk to his right-hander. Reese had a grip on the first 2 batters he faced, but these past 2 plate appearances have gotten out of the way. Leo from Holy Family University in the CACC Conference. The 2-0. Another miss outside from Bueno. 3 balls and no strikes. Well, it's Christmas in July here at Sinsheimer, and the weather certainly feels like that. A brisk ocean breeze coming from the coastal valley into Sinsheimer. 3-0 swinging, sent straight back for strike 1. Blues ahead of the Philippines 6-3 in the top half of the 6th inning. Take a look around the league. The Crawdads are up 8-4 over the Menlo Park Legends in the top of the ninth. And the Seagulls still lead the Alameda Merchants 3-1 in the top of the fourth. 3-1 is swung on and missed, full count. Blues fans want the Merchants to lose because not only does it put them into tied for first, but the Merchants are also the fourth place team, which would decrease that magic number. The payoff. Swing and a foul straight back. We'll do it again.
Now, with a win today and a Merchants loss, the Blues' magic number would become 2, which means they would be then 2 wins away from making the playoffs, or a win and another Merchants loss would also get them there. Or if they don't win any games, 2 Merchants losses would also push them into the playoffs.
Crawdads now lead 10-6 over the Legends in the bottom of the ninth. Runner goes on the 3-2 and a miss inside, ball 4. Reese looked bueno in his first 2 batters, but the next 2 walks.
Blues Baseball is brought to you by the SLO Council of Government, the Morro Bay Golf Course, SLO County Air Quality.
And the manager, Dean Traynor, heads out to the hill to talk to Reese, Cal Poly Mustang heading to USB. Ferramisco's at second and Stefan Leo's at first. Matt Betancourt, the sunburn from Fresno Pacific, still getting loose.
A reminder that the Blues will be on the road tomorrow. You can watch that game on the Blues streaming network at 4 o'clock.
Dean just trying to hit reset here with Reese Bueno, as Gavin Vanderpool will come up with 2 outs. Meeting breaks. Everyone's back to their spots. Dean Traynor heads into the dugout.
Fireworks show on Saturday. Gates open at 4:30. Tickets still available.
It's the lefty Gavin. 0 for 1 today, a strikeout swinging in the first and a walk in the 4th inning. Vanderpool takes strike 1. Got a firework night on Saturday. Last one of the summer.
Should be a good one, too. A 6 o'clock start.
You can see it here on the Slow Boost Streaming Network. Can't make it out.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of odd because it's the only Saturday game that starts at 6 o'clock.
That's right.
Yeah, because it got to be dark for the fireworks, obviously, so we can't do a normal 4 o'clock start. And then, we don't play tomorrow at home. We're on the road.
That's at 4 o'clock down in Conejo. You can catch that on the Slow Boost Streaming Network as well. I will be there.
Or at the Ancient Owl Watch Party.
That's right.
At the Ancient Owl Beer Garden and Bottle Shop. It's literally located around the corner from the ballpark. You can almost see it from
walking
here,
distance.
Probably,
yeah. 2-1. Swing and a miss. Those Conejo games are important. That away one tomorrow and then the Saturday game too.
Very, but Conejo's getting 3 of the Blues' best arms with Kvidal, Bryce Johnson, and Ryan Featherston.
Conejo's a struggling team right now as well. Tapper foul, and it rolls back into foul territory. Bueno picks it up, throws to first, a collision at the bag. Runner is safe, 1 will score. And being held up at third base is Leo, as head first sliding is Vanderpool at second base. A yard sale over at first base. The gear goes flying, and everyone appears to be okay. It's a 6-4 game now.
There's a ugly collision over at first base as Dean Traynor will talk to the umpire and the athletic trainer will talk to Sebastian Lopez. That was, wicked spin. Took a hop off the grass to the left of the foul line and came back into fair territory. A good hustle from Gavin Vanderpool to run it out regardless.
Yeah, some crazy spin. I mean, for sure, it was down the third base line, not even past the mound. It was spinning and spinning and spinning. I thought it was going to end up in foul territory. Took a hop or something, and it caught a piece of grass, and it slowly rolled back into fair territory. That's a good point, Ryan. If Vanderpool wasn't giving it his all going down first and he just was going, this is going to be a foul ball regardless, that play would not happen and a run would not score. Now Vanderpool is at second base. And so Dean Traynor ends his conversation with a home plate umpire, and it's Malachi Lopez. So Brady Ferramisco scores from second, and Stefan Leo advances into third. Gavin Vanderpool is at second base, and it's Lopez who's 1 for 3 today. A single, a grounder, and a soft liner to second. With 2 outs, first pitch misses low and outside. This score doesn't matter as much as it's not in CCL play, but the Stompers ahead of the California Tigers 4-3 in the top of the 7th. Another miss from Reese, 2-0.
The one thing it might help the Stompers with is some momentum. They did lose to the Seagulls yesterday. Another loss to the Tigers today. I'd put them in the dumps with another game against the Gulls tomorrow, who have now given up 2 runs to the Merchants, and it's tied 3-3 in Alameda.
Top of the 6th inning there. Crawdads have officially beaten the Legends in a 2-hour and 49-minute game. There's 3 straight misses from Reese and a 3-0 count to the leadoff man Lopez.
Which that means is if the Blues were to lose today's game, they would be in 3rd place.
Yeah. And the Merchants do what? Win.
If the Merchants win, lose, or draw, the Blues would be in 3rd. Regardless of what the Merchants do, because there are 2 full games ahead of the Merchants. But if they lose, which they have a chance to, bases loaded, 2 outs, only up by 2. So if they lose and the Dads win like they did, the Blues drop to 3rd place.
So Reese Bueno's outing doesn't go the way he had hoped. He's done after recording 2 strikeouts to begin the frame, but a run comes in to score off an error, and he exits the game. It's Matt Betancourt. Tell you more about him right after this. The game within 2 as we're in the top of the 6th inning, 6-4 Blues on the SLO Blues streaming network. Matt Betancourt into the game, and he'll face Malachi Lopez. Now check that. He'll face Ben Lee. Ben Lee is 0 for 3 today. Reached on fielder's choice, scored. Struck out and popped out to the first baseman, Lopez. Lee is the first baseman today for the Philippines. He was 3 for 5 in their win last night against the Arroyo Seco Saints. Blues lose today, and they fall to third in the standings, which is still technically a playoff spot. Here's a pitch and a called strike. 2-1 to Ben. Lee, a catcher and second baseman from Santa Monica College, a Golden Eagle from Cal State LA, and formerly a Bronco from Cal Poly Pomona. In his 2 years with the Broncos, he batted .258 with 1 homer, 14 runs batted in on his 31 hits. A career .375 slugging at the Division II level. Swing and a miss for strike 2.
Gigantic pitch right here. All 3 runners are going to be off. Full count, 2 outs. To Ben Lee. Got to get an out here.
Matt Betancourt comes set. Payoff. Popped up into center. Royal a couple steps backwards, camps underneath it, and makes the one-handed squeeze for the final outs. Philippines strain the bases loaded, but they get a run on an error, and it's a 6-4 ball game. We head into the bottom of the 6th inning on the SLO Blues streaming network. Bottom of the 6th is brought to you by the talented team at Studio Design Group Architects. Whether you're designing, planning, or needing permits for a new space, Studio Design Group and their collaborative philosophy have you covered. Visit sdgarchitects.com to learn more. E.J. Royal leads it off in the bottom half of the 6th inning against the Philippines, and Braden Briscoe on the hill. First pitch is a slider and a called strike to Royal. 0-1 to EJ, who is 2 for 3 today. A double and a single, scored a run on a wild pitch, and also flied out to left. Trying to exhibit some pull side pop today, just letting it loose on inside fastballs. 0-1. Fastball here, but it's low and outside. 1 ball and a strike.
He really is. He's hitting 2 balls over 90 miles an hour with that fly ball and that double. Base hit a little bit on the softer side, but it got an RBI.
Blues up 6-4 over the Philippines, who scratched across another run on an error by Reese Bueno on the hill. Pitch misses above the catcher to Guillen, and it's 2 balls and a strike now to EJ. SLO looking for a big win in here against the Philippines to keep their 2-seed playoff hopes alive, because if they were to drop this game, they would fall to the 3 spot. Crawdads have beaten the Menlo Park Legends today 10-6, and the Dads are in 3rd. Royal squibs it the other way. First baseman Lee backhands it, throws it over to first, and they win the foot race to beat Royal at first base. Nice hustle from Briscoe at the bag, and he retires the center fielder for the first out of the 6.
That was a great play from Ben Lee, a play that'll go as kind of unnoticed in today's game. It looks pretty routine in the scorebook. That's not easy, though. Ranging to his non-glove side, gets it on the backhand, and then has to lead the pitcher. And he did a great job doing so.
The pitcher, Briscoe, lost his jersey in the process. And by that, I mean it became untucked in the back part of his pants. So here's Murillo. 1 for 2 today. The statue take, and it's ball 1. Hit by a pitch in the first, stole 2 bags, was stranded at third. And then in the third, singled, stole a base, moved to third on a wild pitch, and then eventually scored. Reached on a fielder's choice in the 4th. Briscoe in a closed-off stance, comes set with his high waters, strides and shoots. And a grounder to short, gobbled up by Fogfum Simtu. A high throw to first, a stretch by Lee. He keeps his toe on the bag, and that's the second out.
Another good play from the first baseman Lee. He's showing off the glove this inning.
Here's Sam Artois. 0 for 1 today. Reached on fielder's choice in the 4th. A sacrifice fly in the 3rd and walked in the 1st. At 3rd inning, the Blues put up 2 runs. Royal scored on a wild pitch, and then Artois scored Murillo on a sac fly. Sammy 1 for 4 last night against the Academy Barons with a pair of strikeouts. First pitch, Artois takes it low, 1-0. Sammy playing in his 33rd game of the summer for the Blues, as this is San Luis Obispo's 45th contest of 2025. For the Philippines, this is game number 21 in CCL play. The 1-0. Artois with a high bouncer to short, to the shortstop Fogfum Simtu, throws to first, not in time. Artois beats the throw. Tons of hang time on that ground ball to the shortstop, about 6 or 7 seconds, and he makes the play over to first, but not in time.
Yeah, that was going to be a tough play for Fogfum Simtu over there at short, as it hit off the lip on the infield grass and shot in the air. He made a strong throw, as strong as he could, but it didn't matter.
8th hit of the day for San Luis Obispo, when it puts on Artois with 2 outs. 6 runs on 8 hits, and the Philippines have put across 4 runs with 3 hits. It's Kosei Suzuki, 0 for 3 today, a pair of strikeouts and a fielder's choice. A 1-0 count against Briscoe and a runner on first. A pick over, Sammy's back in time.
Yeah, the Blues pitching staff, despite giving up a run in the top of the 6th, they haven't given up a hit since that 3-run first inning.
Charlie Caruso stands on deck with the shin guards on with 2 outs. Here's the 1-0. Suzuki fouls it straight back, 1-1. The puffer jackets coming on, the hoodies being zipped up, the Santa hats being fastened here on this Thursday evening at Sinsheimer, a thirsty Thursday night, celebrating Christmas in July. Throw gets away. Artois heads towards second. No one's covering the bag. An error from the pitcher, Briscoe, puts Sammy in scoring position.
Blues have something brewing with 2 outs.
Trying to get that run back that they gave up in the top half of this frame. Wind blowing out to center field. Suzuki has no home runs this summer, but he does have 8 doubles and a triple. The 0-2. Kosei dodges a high and tight fastball, 1-2.
The Blues trying to get it done and get their 22nd CCL win in front of 1,137 faithful.
Nuh-uh. Let's get Ben back in here.
What did you guess?
13:01.
Oh, yeah.
Swing and a miss, and Suzuki goes down on strikes for the third out of the inning. Ardois stranded at second base, and the Blues still up 6-4 as we head into the seventh inning on the SLO Blues streaming network. Matt Betancourt returns to the hill. A 6-4 ball game. The Blues strand a runner on second base with a strikeout swinging from Kosei Suzuki. Leading off the frame for the Philippines baseball group, it's Ben Lee. It's actually JJ Fogfum Sintu. Ben Lee was the last batter in the sixth. The 0-1. Tapper behind home plate, 0-2. Fogfum Simtu is 1 for 3 today. A single in the first, strikeout swinging, and a ground ball out to the shortstop Alves. Wind still jetting out to center field. It makes me yearn for ski season, Ryan. Grounded to third. Ardois backhands it a couple shuffles. Rocket launches it over to first in time. Something about the wind and the cool breeze gets me ready for the slopes.
Can't say the same.
Not a snow sport guy?
No, I'm not. I'm kind of under the impression that I like to be warm. Yeah. So I'm going to stay in my house. Maybe turn the heater on if it gets too cold.
You a swimmer?
A swimmer?
Swimmer, yeah. You like swimming?
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say I do. Actually, fun fact about me is that I take the Aquafit class at the Cal Poly Rec Center once a week, and tomorrow they're offering a hydro hit class.
Oh, that sounds hard.
Yeah, so I'm doing that tomorrow.
First pitch slider is sent into right field. Furness, ranging to his right, makes the catch. That was Dylan Teguiam with the fly ball out on one pitch.
So I'll report back on how it is.
That sounds hard, man. A hit class with stable ground is hard.
Yeah. It's 30 minutes. What does it stand for? High intensity interval training? I asked and I already do. Wow.
This guy.
But yeah, I'm doing it. So it's in the water on this little board, doing it with the instructor who also does aquafit. Her name's Sydney, and she is a goat.
It's not a human teaching it?
Well, the greatest of all time. She also famously is a safety instructor and taught me how to do CPR.
Ah.
Yeah.
Here's a 1-0 to Hudson Story. Takes outside 2-0.
So, yeah, it should be fun. But that's more my forte.
In a way, you could say you technically partake in snow sports because water is just a different version of snow.
That is true.
Tap foul down the right field line, 2-1. So I feel like you would be a guy that would like wake surfing.
Okay, so I've never wake surfed.
Okay.
However, I do enjoy a good kneeboarding. I've tried doing like the water ski or is it skiing? Yeah, water skiing before.
Yeah.
But I have horrible knees, and they just like would not let me do it.
This one's ripped down the right field line. It's straightened out for a base hit. 95 miles an hour as Story chugs around first and heads into second base. A stand-up double. After 3 Ks in a row, he wakes everyone up with that loud crack of the bat.
Yeah, it might not seem like all that much with 2 outs here on the top of the 7th, but that brings a tying run to the plate in Tyler Haruda.
Yeah, don't look now. The Philippines are in business. There are 2 outs, though. Betancourt is a pitch away from getting the bats back in the Blues' hands, and they're looking for some insurance runs, especially after this past half inning where the Philippines scored another run closer to the lead on an error. It's Haruda, who, with a wild hack and a miss, taps it behind home plate, and it's foul. Haruda 0 for 2 with a couple of Ks and a walk. Tyler was 1 for 3 with a walk and a strikeout on July 18th when he started against the Caneo Oaks, who the Blues have tomorrow and Saturday. Oaks on a 3-game losing streak. Don't look now. Long swing and a miss on a sweeper for strike 2.
Yeah, you get the day off today to regroup before, as Nate mentioned, 2 games against the Blues. 1 down south, 1 up here. Catch them both right here. SLO Blue Streaming Network. Nate will have the game tomorrow.
Yep.
We'll both be back on Saturday.
0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Betancourt sits him down on the slider. Strands a runner at second. Story hit a hard 2-bagger, but that's all he'll get. We head into the bottom of the 8th inning. Blues up 6-4 on the SLO Blues Streaming Network. Charlie Caruso leads it off for the Blues in the bottom half of the 7th. Just finished stretching at Sinsheimer, and Caruso swings and misses with the first pitch for strike 1. Brandon Hoffman is the new right-handed pitcher. The 0-1. Caruso flinches and takes a changeup for a called strike 0-2. Hoffman replaces Braden Briscoe from L.A. Pierce. Hoffman from Los Angeles Valley College and a Woodland Hills, California native at 6'6". Caruso swings and misses. It bounces out of the middle of the catcher to Guillen, and they'll say made contact with the bat. It was a foul tip, so he'll stay alive.
And didn't sound like he made contact to me. And he didn't think he did either, running down to first base, but I guess the umpire gets the final call.
So now a meeting between the catcher to Guillen and the pitcher in Hoffman. Hoffman is making his 6th appearance of the summer for the Philippines. Has a 1.92 earned run average and 4 2/3 innings pitched. 6 strikeouts in those 4 2/3, 4 hits and 4 walks as well. Last time he was out there was on July 19th against the Academy Barons on the road. 2 innings of work there, 1 hit, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts.
Yeah, maybe they're talking because Hoffman has a 7-pitch mix. Fastball, changeup, slider primarily, but also has a curveball, a cutter, a sinker, and a splitter.
Lefty Caruso on the 0-2. Charlie tanks it into right, and it's batted down by the wind. The right fielder, Leo, can't see it. He finds it at the last second and makes the one-handed grab for the first out of the inning.
Caruso has been hitting balls very hard off the bat and in the air.
Oh, yeah.
A couple times now. He had that double that burnt the center fielder Vanderpool, and that one was hit pretty well, just not great launch angle. And just recently had a 2-home run day.
There's one thing Caruso can do well. It's square up the baseball. He did so again there, just got a little bit too much under it. Here's Drew Raymond, who has squared up a couple of balls himself today. One of the second and one of the fourth, both being recorded for base hits. Also walked in the 5th inning as well. He's reached safely in all 3 of his plate appearances. Swings and misses here for a strike. 1,100 strong, you say?
Yep, 11:34.
1-1. Raymond takes a changeup just off the plate. 2 balls and a strike. The 2-1. Drew swings and misses for strike 2. I have a feeling I know what your favorite season is. Is it summer?
Yeah.
I'm a fall guy.
Yeah. Fall's a good one, too, because it's still warm. Sun's still out.
Certainly in Arizona, where I live.
Yeah.
Still in the hundos. 2-2. Raymond takes outside. Full count. The escape is Flagstaff.
Where Jack Schrock goes to school.
That's right. Northern Arizona. Go Lumberjacks. The 3-2. Raymond swings and misses over a secondary pitch for strike 3. A fly out to right and a strikeout swinging. That's the first time Drew has gone down on strikes today. Two quick ones for Hoffman, and it's Eric Furness. Furness 0 for 2 with a walk. Stole a base and scored a run as well. Today's starting right fielder getting a chance before his first season of college ball at Cuesta. High and outside, 1-0. Hoffman not only can pitch, but play first as well. Has yet to have an at-bat this summer for the Philippines, though. Has primarily been a pitcher with his 6 appearances. Furness foul tips it off the mask of the home plate umpire and the catcher. 1 ball and 1 strike with 2 outs.
Baseball sponsored by Sousa Construction, Solace Design, Smitty, Obispo Regional Transit Authority, Obispo Remodeling.
Hoffman's best outing was actually on July 19th, the last time he was out there. 2 runs, facing 8 batters, 2 strikeouts. No earned runs. Oh, 1-1 to Furness. Take outside, 2-1. Righty waggles his bat against the righty Hoffman. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 2-2 count to Furness, right fielder who was 2 for 4 the last time he started a game for the Blues on July 20th against the Menlo Park Legends. From the windup, deuces wild. Furness chases for strike 3. Eric goes down swinging for the first time today, and that will end the bottom half of the 7th. We go to the 8th. Blues up by 2, 6-4 over the Philippines on the SLO Blues streaming network. Matt Betancourt stays out there for the Blues. There's a new third baseman for San Luis Obispo, replacing Sam Ardois. Gavin Constantine now plays the hot corner. Ardois might be dealing with a lower leg injury. Saw him doing some bounding at third base, trying to stretch out that ankle potentially. There's the first pitch swing from Brady Ferramisco. It's a ground ball out to the second baseman, Murillo. A pitch and an out for Matt Betancourt. An update for you here. The San Francisco Seagulls now lead the Alameda Merchants in the bottom of the 7th inning, 5-3. Literally, as I checked, the score just changed 5-5. Tied up in the bottom of the 7th. Swing and a miss here from Stefan Leo. It's strike 1. For Ferramisco, that's the second time he's grounded out to second base today. Leo is 0 for 1 with a pair of walks and a strikeout. He stands in a closed-off stance and takes a slider on the outer part, 0-2. Leo 1 for 5 with 3 Ks against the Foresters on July 17th. That's the last time he played in a game. Swing and pokes it into the Blues bullpen off the light pole and back into play. 0-2 again to Leo. As we give our attention over there, and Kate O'Hara is now getting loose in the Blues bullpen.
Awesome to see.
Yep. 0-2. Leo with a 3/4 swing, and he didn't go. Should say a 1/4 swing. 25-cent swing. 15-minute swing. Popped up into shallow right center. Bermuda triangle. Sliding is Furness. Furness with finesse, making the catch in right field for the second out.
It's an incredible play made. It's just a tough spot to get that for any of the fielders. If Furness, with good communication, realized he could slide and make that play.
Gavin Vanderpool steps in, an 0 for 2 day for him.
Here's number 7, Gavin Vanderpool.
Vanderpool in a 1-0 count. Everyone playing at regular depth, including the new third baseman Constantine. A 1-0. Just missing off the plate, 2-0. Miss inside, or now a called strike, 2-1. Thank you, Matt Betancourt. Off-speed pitch that I thought I missed on the inner part of the plate, but it's called a strike. On deck, it's the leadoff man, Malachi Lopez, the 2-1. Right back up the middle, almost taking the head off of Betancourt and into center field, a base hit. 2-out single for Gavin Vanderpool, keeps the inning alive. Watch your lips. Yard sale.
Yeah, that was a close one up there. Betancourt just did his best job to get out of the way and make sure he didn't get a lipper.
So now it's the leadoff man, Malachi Lopez, 1 for 3 today with a single and a walk. Liner to second and a grounder to short. With 2 outs, the first pitch. Lopez pops it up off the hands. Caruso won't have a play. Lands in the bleachers for a pop, strike 1. Tying run at the dish for the Philippines baseball group. 6-4 lead for the Blues in the top half of the 8th inning. From the stretch, pitch yanked outside, 1-1. Lopez, a Cathedral City native in California. Second team All-Orange Empire Conference this past season with the Tigers at Riverside. A .292 slugging, a .278 batting average, and a .373 on base. 1 extra base hit in his 20 hits. It was a double. Drove in 7. Line foul. Graduate of Rancho Mirage High School. In his senior season, he had a .942 OPS, walking 11 times and getting hit 9 compared to his 6 strikeouts. A .388 average that season. Long swing and a miss, strike 3. Looping that slider into the zone, and he got him. Vanderpool stranded on first off a 2-out single. Malachi Lopez strikes out for the first time today. Home after the 8th, brought to you by Ancient Owl. Sebastian Lopez leads it off in the bottom half of the 8th inning against Brandon Hoffman. Takes the first pitch high and tight for ball 1. This inning is brought to you by Ancient Owl Beer Garden and Bottle Shop, your go-to spot for every Blues road game. Located just around the corner from Sinsheimer, Ancient Owl is the official home of the Blues Watch Party all season long. We got one more tomorrow at 4. Choose your beer wisely at Ancient Owl. Pitch gets away from the catcher to Guillen. 2 balls and no strikes to Lopez.
Attendance at today's ball game, 1,137 fans, 11:37.
Wind still hot in center field, blowing straight out. The 2-0. Lopez almost hit by a pitch inside. 3 balls and no strikes. Seabass ready to hit here. Blues up 6-4 over the Philippines. Trying to tie for first place here with the Stompers playing in a non-league game today. Lopez takes a strike on the 3-0 count. A big game here between the Merchants and the Seagulls. Still tied at 5 in the top of the 8th. Here's the 3-1. Lopez almost hit by a fastball high and inside, and that's ball 4. A leadoff walk for Sebastian Lopez gets things going for the Blues in the 8th. Second time Seabass has reached base today. The other one was a hit by pitch in the 4th where he eventually came around to score. It's Brady Alves now. 1 for 2, an RBI single. Was hit by a pitch as well and was forced out at home. Brady with an open stance in the right-handed batter's box stands still against the righty Hoffman at 6'6". Alves takes a pitch outside, 1-1. Average lead off first base for Lopez. Pitch outside, 2-0. From the stretch, Hoffman works. Gets a sign from the catcher to Guillen. Runner goes. Alves puts it in play. Nice stop by Ferramisco. Go over to first. Got him! Brady Alves out at first base. Lopez at second in a base hit that I thought was going to get into center field.
Yeah, that stole a hit up the middle was Fermisco on that beautiful backhand half slide. Lopez almost could have been at second. He took a huge turn thinking that it was getting back up the middle and he was going to get to third.
Lopez in scoring position now for the leadoff man, Royal, who's 2 for 4 today. A potential dog of the day. He's in the running with Drew Raymond right now. EJ 2 for 4 with a double, a run scored. First pitch, a called strike, 0-1.
We give any nods to Logan Groff? I know he gave up the couple of runs, but 7 strikeouts in 5 innings and didn't give up a hit after that first inning.
Yeah.
Not to mention 3 hits to his 22 batters faced. It's like a 180 batting average against.
It's true.
136, actually.
The 0-1 falls into the zone for strike 2. And a good changeup from the new pitcher, Brandon Hoffman. Drew Raymond in the running 2. 2 for 4, 2 singles, 2 runs, 3 stolen bases, a walk.
The 3 stolen bases is impressive.
Lopez aggressive off second. Royal puts it in play, fillets it into right center, a base hit. Here comes Sebastian Lopez rounding third. The throw comes in, it's up the line, they tag him, and they got him. Murillo can't believe it with his hands on his head. EJ's in at second base, and Lopez is darted out the plate.
Yeah, that was a very close play. Sebastian tried to swim it, a very aggressive send from Regalado.
So EJ records his third hit of the afternoon and advances to second on the throw. No runs to show for it, though. And with 2 outs, it's Diego Murillo. Swinging a pop-up and out of play for strike one. Gavin Constantine stands on deck. He replaced Sam Ardois the last half inning. Swing and a miss, and a stolen base for EJ at third with a head first slide. No balls and 2 strikes. With 2 outs, the pitch. Murillo sends it straight back and will do it again.
Fouling it straight back to the screen shows that you're on that pitch. That was the fastball. We'll see if he goes to the changeup, which has been his out pitch. It's been pretty gross.
The 0-2. Diego takes high, 1-2. Bottom half of the 8th inning at Sinsheimer Stadium. 1-2 with 2 outs. EJ Royals at third base. The Blues lead 6-4 over the Philippines. Murillo almost hit by a fastball high and tight, 2-2. Infield playing deep with 2 outs. Deuces Wild offering to Murillo coming up. Hoffman working from the first base side of the rubber from the stretch. He comes set with a closed-off stance. The 2-2. Murillo leaves it alone, and it fills up the count at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Royal is moving at the swing of the bat. The payoff. Murillo foul tips it into the glove of Taguian for strike 3. Royal is stranded at third base, and it's the last chance for the Philippines in the top of the 9th. Can they come through? Blues up 6-4 on the Slow Blues streaming network. Bentley leads off against Kate O'Hara, who looks to close this one out against the Philippines baseball group. The Blues up 6-4 in the top of the ninth. First pitch is a flame-throwing fastball in there for strike one. Lee is 0 for 4 today. Scored a run in the first on a fielder's choice. Another hard fastball in there for strike two. From the windup, Kate O'Hara buries his face in his tan-colored leather. Here he comes with the high pants. And a slider misses low and outside, 1-2. O'Hara delivers. Fastball off the hands, and it's to the right of us. We'll do it again at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Bentley has struck out once today in the second inning. A swing and a miss K against Groff. 1-2. Swings and misses again here. Throw over to first on the drop third, and Lopez can't glove it. Sebastian Lopez clanks the ball at first base, and Ben Lee is safe. That brings the tying run to the plate.
What just happened? that just cannot happen in a game like this. A must-win game. You can't bring the tying run to the plate on a silly mistake like that.
Well, I think Lee might have been covering the throwing lane for Caruso, and he had to find the right angle to go over the first. And Lopez, I think, trying to keep his foot on the bag, forgot to come down with the baseball. Or not forgot, but head moved faster than the body. So Lee is at first, and it's JJ Fogfum Sintu. JJ takes low and outside, 1-1 against O'Hara. And O'Hara appeared to be completely in the driver's seat in that at-bat, and he was on the drop third strike, but then the error was the cherry on top. Swing and a miss. A three-quarter swing from JJ Fogfum Sintu. It's 1-2. Short lead at first base, O'Hara from the stretch. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike three. Caught this time by Caruso. That's the first out of the ninth.
Well, Cade has a really cool opportunity to do something that not a lot of pitchers could probably say they've done, and get 4 strikeouts in an inning. 4 bottles of hot sauce in an inning. It's a possibility. Needs 2 more.
So Bentley at first, and with 1 out, it's Dylan Taguiem. Taguiem is 1 for 4 today. A single and 3 pop-outs. 1-0 here. Taguiem singled in the first, stole a bag, moved to third on a wild pitch, and then scored later that inning. 0-1. Check the 1-1. Now moves to 1-0. Now moves to 1-1. O'Hara is sitting in the high 8s, low 9s in this appearance.
Just like most other appearances.
Still a very short lead at first base for Ben Lee. Little 1-1. Swinging a foul tip off the chest of Caruso. Man, he wore that one. 1 ball and 2 strikes. An update here. The Alameda Merchants have taken the lead over the San Francisco Seagulls. 6-5 in the bottom of the 8th. The Merchants are in 3rd place right now.
Fourth place, correction.
1-2. Swing and a tapper foul down the third base line.
Nate and I always get confused with the Merchants and the Dads, because they keep flip-flopping every day. But the Merchants are in 4th right now. So with a Merchants loss, it helps the Blues' magic number go from 4 to 3. But they're winning right now.
Yes.
In the bottom of the 8th, with a runner on second and 1 out.
The 1-2. Roped into left field, a base hit. Taguiem keeps the line moving as Lee advances into second, and the go-ahead run now comes to the dish.
You put the tying run on base. It's not ideal in this situation, and it all happened because of an E3 after a strikeout.
So that E3 is now in scoring position with Teguiam at first, and it's Hudson Story who doubled in the 7th. That was the last time he was up. Before then, 3 strikeouts in a row, and he turned his day around with one swing of the bat with that 2-bagger. First pitch, here's a called strike 0-1 with an out.
Cade's looking to give him the golden sombrero right here.
He's got 2 contenders for that. Story right now, and Tyler Haruta on deck, who's got 3 Ks as well. The 0-1. The lefty pops it up on the left side of the infield. Constantine, the new third baseman, and foul ground. Backpedals, falls, and did he make it? He made the catch. Whew. Heart stopper for Gavin Constantine in foul territory, but he squeezes the second out of the 9th.
Made it look harder than it needed to be, but got it done nonetheless.
So now 2 gone. It's the right-hander Tyler Haruta. Walked his first plate appearance, stranded at third, and then 3 strikeout swingings after that. Haruta last started on the 18th against the Oaks, went 1 for 3, a walk and a strikeout. Has yet to put a ball in play today. A wild hack and a miss here for strike 1. The 0-1. Popped up to right. Furness karaokeing and makes the grab for the final out of the ball game. Blues win at 9 p.m. 6-4 W, and they tie for first place.
Yeah, it's a big win in terms of playoff push. The magic number to make the playoffs is now 3, and for that 1 seed, it now drops to 4. A little too close for comfort, but you get it done nonetheless.
Blues walk away from this one in 2 hours and 57 minutes against the team Philippines. Philippines dropped their second game in a row, or they dropped their 17th game of the summer. They moved to 4-17. The Blues rise to 29-16 overall and 22-15 in conference play. Dog of the day is EJ Royal.
Yeah.
Let's go, baby. EJ with a 3-hit day, one of them producing a run, an extra base hit in the 3rd. He scored a run himself. Congrats to Royal for being our dog of the day.
Yeah, let the hometown kid bark for once.
Yes.
Just his 2nd of the summer.
Yeah, a walk-off hero against the Stompers is the last time he got it, and he gets another one again today. Well, the Blues win a close one against the team Philippines. The Blues had many moments where it looked like they were going to maybe drop this one against one of the worst teams in the CCL, but they held on, they fought their way through, and they clutched a 6-4 victory against the Philippines. Well, join us tomorrow at 4 p.m. as the Blues take on the Conejo Oaks down in Thousand Oaks, a very crucial series coming up for San Luis Obispo as they continue their push for the playoffs. Nate Mills alongside Ryan Giacomini signing off on the Slow Blues streaming network with you always.